Shalom Aleichem, welcome to Machan Eira Online Smecha. Being that today, now is the season where everybody is looking to rest and take advantage of the good weather, I'd like to discuss one halacha which applies to every trip a person takes, and that's the halacha of the bracha of Teflת Derech. Obviously, everywhere we go, we want to be connected, we want to tap in with the bracha of the Eibishter, and we want to make sure that everything is safe and sound. So for a trip, Chazal tell us kol hadrachim becheska sakana. So especially we look for a special bracha. So there is a mitzvah. There is actually in the Sefer Eretz Chemda says that it's a mitzvah d'Rabbanan, just like the mitzvah of Mikra Megillah, to say Tefillas HaDerech every time you go on a journey. And he says anybody who doesn't say Tefillas HaDerech while he goes on a journey, Nikra Avaryan, is considered somebody who goes against the mitzvahs. And he's a mezalzel b'divrei chacham, mezalzel b'divrei seifrim. So it's something that you really have to be careful and be makbid. What's considered a journey? Considered a journey in Shulchan Aruch, it says, is daled milim. If somebody takes a journey of at least a distance of 4 mil, a parsa which is 4 mil, then that's considered a derech far enough, because usually we believe that anything close by to your house is safe and sound. When you're going a journey further than daled mil, further than a parsa, then it becomes a little distant from the city, and for that you're asking for a special bracha. What is the distance of daled mil? So it's a machlekes hapaiskim, depending how long it takes to walk a mil. Some say it takes to walk a mil 18 minutes. 18 times 4 is 72 minutes, or 24 minutes is a little more per mil. But if you want to be sure, then a 72 minute ride, a 72 minute journey is already something that you have to make a bracha Tefillas HaDerech. Now, this bracha obviously is because you want to have a special protection when you go somewhere. So even though with time there are many more safety things that have come out for a journey, now we have cars and buses and trains and planes, not like the earlier times. Nevertheless, the request for this bracha and the need to say this bracha is still even when you go on these automobiles, v'chulu v'chulu. The question is actually for kert. If a person goes on a hike and he's walking by foot, is that something that you have to say Tefillas HaDerech too? So here, the Achrayim say, why not? As long as you're going the same shear, the same distance, of a distance away of 72 minutes, the Achrayim say you should have to make the bracha of Tefillas HaDerech. For some reason, we see that people are not so careful. The bracha of Tefillas HaDerech is something that's not only applicable to men, it's things that it's a bracha that even women should say, and even Ketanim should also say this bracha. Now in Shulchan Aruch it's mentioned that it's preferable because this bracha doesn't begin with Baruch Atah Hashem like every other bracha. You should be seimach it to a different bracha. In other words, what's brought in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, you eat something and you make a shahako, for example, and right away you make a Tefillas HaDerech. So the Baruch Atah Hashem from shahako will be a psicha for the bracha of Tefillas HaDerech too. And Tefillas HaDerech is unique according to the Alter Rebbe's nusach that we say v'sitneini v'chein ol chesed l'rachmim. We say it in Lashon Yachid, which is a little different than every other bracha where it's an inyan to be kailul yourself within everybody else, with everybody else. Now on top of that, on top of the bracha of Tefillas HaDerech, you know that there are times and when you take journeys and or it went through some turbulence or etc. Then on top of that, you also have the mitzvah to say the bracha of Agoimo, and that's a bracha, that's a separate bracha.